And welcome back, everybody. We have your fix for Street Fighter 6. It is CEO 2023, and we are here with our top 48. I am Brad Muse. Joining me is a very disappointed man saying, "Call it, that was just for you." That was just for you.
You got a lot of vanilla, my guy, but that's A-okay. We got a lot of hot play today. Street Fighter 6 is super lit, and you know what's about to happen. Top 48, so we get down to top 24 tomorrow. And now we've seen some killers fall.
Yes.
We've seen some people fall to losers. We've seen them fall out of the tournament. We're seeing more in store right now. In fact, what's in store is winner side first, though. Vagabond, a name I haven't heard in a long while on the Street Fighter scene, going up against a two-time Capcom Cup champion, MenaRD.
MenaRD, two-time champion. I've never heard of him. I've only not been paying attention to Street Fighter for like the last 5 years. How could I not know about MenaRD? Yeah, he's been cooking. He is a great example of, like, a lot of people have Luke really rated highly in this game right now. And you know, it's people like Mena and it's people like Tokido that are out here, and I look and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. I can see what it is about this character.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it fits their playstyle really well. And obviously, a well-rounded character I think fits Mena super well. That wall, you know, buttonsy sort of style. But Vagabond, again, a person I haven't heard in so long, had made waves in the Kali, come back. You guys and gals get a loop clear for the first match of the day, but I guarantee you it's going to play very differently because, hey, the drive system allows for that creativity.
Well, you are absolutely right in here. Vagabond already choosing to try to be the aggressor. The second they see that Mena starts to throw the Sandblast, goes for the DR, but Mena already checking that, standing at a range where that crouching strong is going to check a DR forward. Vagabond not having that answer for himself.
Oh,
that's already telling a lot about the pace of his neutral.
I do see that Vagabond did go for the perfect parry and drive rush right after. I like that idea from both players, actually, to go for that option to try to find a punish. A nice anti right there with the rising upper to take him down.
And now Mena has slowly pulled Vagabond back, and Vagabond is not checking these forward advancing things, either DR or now the Flash Knuckle.
Yeah, not just yet. Tech, though, not connect. Impact, however, the block, though. MenaRD, gonna come me a buzz, not getting clipped just yet. Stand medium, didn't commit. Gonna put a ring on it, punish.
All right. Back to trying to play some zoning. See, Mena is in a position where he doesn't have to extend all that much. If Vagabond is going to try to play a zoning game, he can sort of just parry all of it. The thing is, Sandblast is a harder one to do that for because of the fast travel distance for the projectile.
Who knows your character better than yourself, though, in a mirror match?
Oh, no.
Light Kickstarter, spending all that bar to go far. No. Not enough. Yo, Light Knuckle, where's the charge up? There's the finish. The medium kick seals it. Vagabond with the first W.
Yo, that was rough. It was the spot where it was exactly what you needed in order to be able to cash that out with even just the level 1. But I think we've seen one or two of those like little optimization sort of issues and like matchup or engine-specific things that we're not seeing on a Vagabond.
Yeah, not just yet, dude. Nice medium.
Okay.
Go for the throw. Hey, you didn't commit to it, but still got to throw a punish counter right after. MenaRD has the corner position.
And this is such a great spot on the screen. You got Vagabond locked down. If he jumps at you, you're in the perfect spot to DP. You can try to check that. No,
or
doesn't
just
check. Doesn't check the DR and doesn't check the jump out either. Now eating this level 3 though is Vagabond and burned out for his trouble. Yeah. That's a great spot for Mena to be in. Lock this man down within an inch of his life.
That stand jab harassing now. The impact, the splat, just like that. It could be a wrap. No, one of these drops. MenaRD. Yo, finish your plate. I see the bar at the bottom. Finish your plate, please.
Okay.
Vegetables. Yeah, there you go.
All
clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. MenaRD evening things out. Not bad.
Back to this zoning game. Another big jump in. I think Vagabond is very much the one who is driving the pace of the fireball facing element of this.
Yeah.
I think it's inside of the fireball spacing. Mena is coming out ahead.
Yeah,
and I think Mena ends up taking the lead a lot, as I say that, finds the jump in on a fireball of his own.
So far,
feels
that also,
differently.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, you look at the driver verse, that also backs up your point, too, as well. Like, I like that MenaRD is going for the close range. CQC, you see moments, and another jump in. He sees the fireballs. He sees the zoning. And right now, I see a victory possibly here for MenaRD.
That was actually hella plus, right?
Yeah.
He did. That was out of a DR. He should have been plus. Vagabond's still taking his turn. But Mena's going to be able to cash out this level 1. That should and indeed is enough to close that first game for him.
Remember, this is first to 2. So you know what to do, you know. No time to acclimate. And again, mirror matches are definitely different. It's playing against the person with the same toolkit more so than like playing a matchup. There are intricacies that you can do in a matchup, like a mirror match, but
yeah,
this is more so I'm playing against you with your tools. Man, no light knuckles, no like charged up knuckles right now. We ain't saying optimal.
No, I think that's exactly what I'm speaking to when I'm talking about, like, it seems like there's some rough edges around Vagabond's Luke right now. Maybe he didn't spend enough time in the demo.
Oh, Mena did, though. So I got hours upon hours, maybe as much as a normal game, but the impact, here's the react.
Use your level 1, burn him out.
Hit him with the
Oh, it didn't burn him out. The combo was too long. Mena got enough drive gauge back to avoid the burnout through it.
That might have to be something people look at for optimization. Like, how do I kill this character with this burnout? Go for it like immediately. Just get that burnout situation.
If you had just done the level 1 immediately, he would have been burned out. You would have been in a much better position here to press that offense.
Yeah, possibly. But hey, you got some damage on the deck. The throw connects. MMA in play with that grip, light kick. Ooh, this is big boy damage there. Optimal. Super.
Okay, but Mena is actually on the back foot here. Life about the same, but with Mena being in burnout, it means if Vagabond chooses to press the issue and get in, there's going to be more frame advantage. Not going to matter. Gets jumped in on. Mena has the read that Vagabond is going to try to press the issue, chip him at range 0. I wish Vagabond had played a little bit more confident in the fireball game, but I guess Mena has been jumping in on them a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that read on these fireballs. Also, the drive rush that have been getting kind of slipped up continuously. And look at these throws. Continuous amount of pressure. Yeah, nice OS. Crouch, fierce, drive rush. That crouch light will find a punch on the crouch fierce. And this will be the finish. MenaRD completes the combo. Will set this man free. Down to losers. 2-time Capcom Cup champion for a reason.
Mena coming out here, already making such a strong splash in Street Fighter 6. We saw, I'm sure you saw the tweet where the Reversal guys had their question internally where they asked all their people, like, who do you think is going to take it this weekend? Mena, the only person that was on there more than once.
I mean, it makes sense. There was a time where, like, I was hanging out with this dude at, like, a local, right?
Yep.
And he got invited out to run the mix. He got third out there after being invited. And I think that really got in his mind, like, dang, there's still killers out there in this new game, right? And so after that, he's been winning tournament after tournament after tournament. The Intel tournament, not World Tournament.
When they ran back their PAX Exhibition
series. Yeah. They were out there in other tournaments too as well. And so it shows me that his mind is on the grind. Like, he understands the competition. Just because he's a Capcom Cup champion of 5, don't mean he can't be 1 in 6. So he's got to put in that same sort of mentality that he had to get those cups. So we see out here as he moves to the winner's side.
Speaking of Capcom Cup champions, though, there is another one sitting down here. Because as if you needed a bracket full of killers more, you had MenaRD now sitting down on the sticks. iDom, another Capcom Cup champion, sitting down, rocking the Manon. I think the character that everybody expected that iDom would gravitate towards. I'm a little bit frightened that after watching iDom play Laura for so long, they gave him a character that had pokes.
And the command grab with the medals.
Right. He has both. Sitting down to play against him, however, is Psycho.
Yeah, this is actually Punk's homie. I've seen them play quite a bit offline, so I would assume this is going to be competitive. Psycho himself has been in Street Fighter League, has done well out there too as well. Has always been a pretty top-level competitor himself, so I'm not going to think this is free at all. Back to iDom, though. Can we go back to how Buddy was like, bro, I'm not going to play Manon? Why would y'all say that? What happens? Frame 1, day 1, he picks up Manon. What character? Manon.
Shows up at, we did the 2 day 1 brackets at next level for Casa. We did beta characters banned and regular. iDom rolls through playing Manon in both of them. Wins both. It's like even you guys with a head start, Manon.
It just fits his character, man.
It does. It absolutely does.
You have a grappler that has a power-up system, decent pokes. Yeah, they're minus, but when they land, they put you in a vortex of strike or throw or command grab. Either way.
Well, and I think the thing about Laura was I felt like Laura was always an effective counter poker. Like, she had a lot of really good tools for counter-poking people. And I think what Manon's toolkit does really well is it's like, if iDom gets in a spot where he can elicit a response and get the whiff punish, even at a range that it feels like he shouldn't get anything, Manon's best pokes are all designed around, cool, this doesn't lead to something on its own. If you use the tool properly, this pulls them in, and now you get to play what you want. It's like she skips that mid-range. There's that in-between zone of range 0 where you have to deal with command grab. Range 1, which is outside of command grab range where you're dealing with light or medium level pokes, and then medium to heavy and out. And she takes you straight from heavy range pokes immediately into range 0 when you play it properly.
Yeah. She pulls you. I mean, that's the effect of that character too.
Yeah.
And I think also you have someone that is like able to control the people, like he puppeteers a lot of the other players. Like that's how he was in 5.
Yep.
It feels like when you fight him that you're playing his game all the time, right? The control that the characters have with Poison, we saw Laura. It just feels like you're playing his game when you don't want to. And this character, I think, also enacts that same sort of way as you're pointing out, being able to have the Vortex system on hit. Now, of course, you have to have it on hit, or of course, Drive Rush to make it plus enough. But when those things happen, you're in that vortex of Manon, right? You're in the French cuisine vortex.
I'm scared all the time.
Oh, God.
I'm scared all the time. IQ into Manon, I'm scared all the time. And you know what? You know what? On top of everything else, like there's DR, there's all that stuff to be able to get into range and do plus stuff. But you know what? I'm also getting smoked by like ballerina kicks or like sweep. Like you have to respect.
There's so many things. The mental stack is so high.
Yeah, you have to respect. It's actually super fascinating that like Manon's ground game very much exists where, like, I was talking about, like, you have range 0, range 1, range 2. Yeah. And Manon has, like, range 2 or 3, and then, like, 3.5 to 4. And you're like, what the hell is happening here?
It's the toes.
It's actually the toes.
That's what y'all like so much.
Oh,
like
why bring that up?
Because you know
why?
Because Capcom bring it up themselves,
No, you brought that energy to the stream, Cola.
Did I? I didn't do
That's
that.
what you just did.
Nah, I didn't.
I see the production document right there. I don't see anything about toes on it. That was all you.
That's that character, bro. I didn't make Manon, bro. If I would have made Manon, I would have.
If Juri was on the screen,
I put Juri was on her too. I put some shoes on her too.
No, I was gonna say if Juri was on the screen, Juri was on the screen, I would not be giving you crap for bringing this up.
Well, Manon's literally feet, bro. She's beating like long legs. It's not.
She's a Lady Gaga backup dancer.
She really is. That second costume definitely is bad romance.
She wants your love. She wants your revenge.
Oh man. I'll bring the rest of the lyrics. I was gonna play off. I haven't.
Nah, if we go any farther, we'll get
yeah. They'll be like, excuse me. Actually, this is a Lady Gaga song, but this is possibly the iDom show. Let's see what happens though, because this is Psycho. Definitely, again, Psycho practicing the likes of Punk, being able to play him, and already being a strong competitor himself. I think makes this like a real competitive match. Like I ain't gonna, I mean, he on winner's side for a reason, right?
No,
of a 1,000-man tournament. This dude's definitely competitive. I mean, Street Fighter League definitely it changes you. All right, it don't lead even if you don't play as consistently as other players. Just having to grind with the top level players for like weeks upon weeks, it makes you different.
All right, we do see Psycho looks to have locked in the Kimberly. I've seen a little bit less. Maybe I'm just not watching the monitors at the right time, but I'm surprised by how little Kimberly I feel like.
Really, bro? Yesterday morning it was all Kim all day.
Then I wasn't watching the right pools.
It's okay.
That must be.
There's a million pools, so it makes sense. You good? You good?
All right, iDom in data acquisition mode right now. Wants to see how Psycho is going to respond when they move in. That's why you saw DR into comparatively little. Okay, jump back strong as sort of a catch-all answer off of the bounce from the command jump. Nice.
Back throw, counter hit too as well. Jab, trade, iDom will take that. And like how you say data gathering, it seems like iDom sometimes feels like they want to like get a few hits in here and there and get you afraid of the command grab off to come through and playing around that fear. It's the grip. I like that press, but Psycho immediately answering back and now getting the throw too as well from the corner.
All right, goes for slide, but they're not in the range, and iDom is able to just jump out, finds a regular grab for their trouble, pressing the issue. Right, go for the hip grab. Get the kill and get the medal. No reason to do anything cheeky. 2 medals up after that first round.
You see that overhead on wake up. You have to drive impacted. That's like the first layer of things. You have to DI that on reaction.
I want to highlight that we saw like the fierce target combo. iDom goes for low. Psycho was mashing crouch jab.
Yeah, Psycho also ain't DI in this overhead, bro. You got to DI that. Come on now. We got to go to Twitter. It's early days of the game, so I definitely understand. But
well, it's a new game, but also I think Manon is a character that is, you know, how many people get to play against the Manon of iDom's caliber?
Yeah,
there's so much Kimberly representation. iDom has definitely run this matchup. I mean, iDom plays Shine. He's played against Kimberly. He knows how to approach this matchup. Meanwhile, Psycho has managed to cash out the level 3, even up the life approximately. Nice whiff punish in the shimmy there out of Psycho, but no, wanted for the, I don't know if that was supposed to be a reset. We are going to get the hit off of the standing medium kick. Kimberly's standing medium kick is so good.
It's really dang good. I don't care about people saying this character stuffing. We have great walk speed, great dash. You know, she can make up for that.
You need to block low at 3/4 screen.
Yeah, especially when the drive gauge is all boosted up, and she's boosted up with that level 3, powered up with the damage and the speed. And heavy kick, drive rushes in, the good block. So from iDom, don't get gripped up. He's in level 3. Let's see if he even gets anything. Psycho with that distance where it's a little bit hard to, oh, never mind. Dash in, no check, no challenge. And now the approach, there's the grip. Yo, level 4, give me some more.
What's it going to be? Goes fishing. Just blocking it out. Oh, Psycho finds the DI of their own. How far are they going to be able to press this? No, just goes for the back throw. They want the screen position. I love that decision. No, iDom doesn't hit a button as he goes to jump out. So the anti-air from Kimberly does not connect. Her crouch fierce. That upward-facing elbow, great anti-air, but it doesn't cover a lot of horizontal range. So even though it auto-corrected, it didn't cover what he needed it to.
Yeah, unfortunate here for Psycho. I mean, I think it would be better to take the damage, but it is what it is. iDom goes up a game. We're getting some medals. Nice interruption here. Again, Psycho has been good with the pokes. Yeah. It's just the offense has not been there. Also want to point out the fact that iDom don't like DI. He did a raw DI for neutral, my guy. Like, that's crazy. Punish on the bad target combo. Off in the corner and again another overhead situation. Here's another command grab. Level 3 now.
Oh, just cashing out with the reversal level 1 there is Psycho now. And what I want to, you were talking about the fact that iDom is going to really press the issue, make you afraid of the command grab. What's cool, I think, about this character is that she can build metal without ever having to take that risk. Now, at metal level 4 as a result of finding that command grab, but that's the first command grab iDom had to go to in that round.
This is unfortunate. Level 4. Might get level 5 before it's all over, especially if round 2 or 3 happen if need be. Level 5, don't get hit. Don't get gripped up. Try to go for it. The fadeaway play here. Psycho's out of there. Actually runs the elbow drop, but checks the fake stuff. I can't believe it's not a dash. That's that ass. iDom sends Psycho down to losers. That's your Capcom Cup champion right there, or one of them at least. He ain't even show the cutscene. That's all. He's like, keep it moving. Keep it moving. We don't need to see that.
Like, we got matches. We got matches
to go. Come on.
Kizzy and Shadowmark are waiting right now.
Bro, let's go right to this next match. Let's talk about this next match. Shadowmark is super sick with it. He's super slick with it. He runs Jamie. He got the Henny fist that don't miss, all right? This dude is one of the highest, if not the highest ranking Jamie, I believe. You know, last time I did a tournament over at the Neo Judai Motivational Mondays, they told me that Shadowmark was like the highest ranking Jamie.
Someone else actually, I was watching my boy play in pools. He played into a Jamie. Yeah. And they, I'm sorry, my boy played Jamie. They played into someone who was like, I play with Shadowmark all the time. They were like, and I hadn't actually heard about them before. When I was watching Jamie's, I was watching like Defeatly or oh my God, there's a John Takuchi. Yeah. I was watching them. Now, what do you think about Jamie?
I think he's incredible. I think he's not like top tier out here. I think he's like, if there's a scale of S to A to B, I think he's an A. Because Jamie without drinks, he's probably B. You know, he's probably one of the weakest characters in the game. He's lacking in damage. When he's got 2 drinks, he's pretty dang good. When he has 4 drinks, he is top tier. He is insane. He's got a great toolkit. And I think that people are not playing Jamie the right way. When I look at Defeatly, bro, you look at Defeatly and the frame kills and things like that, the safe jump setups and stuff, the spacing, even like some automatic. I don't see that from other Jamie players because maybe they're discouraged by how hard the character has to work, but they don't access that point.
I think the thing that feels misleading about Jamie is when you first play Jamie at level 1, you know, he's a character with a Rekka, so you're like, he's a Rekka character. Yeah. And it's like, that's true, but it's not. His goal is to grow beyond being a Rekka character.
Go beyond.
And I think I had a revelation the other day. I think it was Bolt Strike was talking about it. It was like, I don't know why people don't value level 2 more. And so I had seen so many high-level Jamies just like doing, you know, I was like, why do you just bulldoze Palm into level 2 or towards Roundhouse into level 2? And I looked and it's because they're all plus. And I was like, oh, this character is low-key a V-Trigger character.
Ah, well, you know what? As we talk about this character is the one that did take down. We're going to go down to losers.
Yes, apologies. We spoke Grosmith's truths about the winner's side matches we were going to give you.
Well, but that person was the one that took down, just kidding, he wasn't ready to go up against TacoFL. No way Jessica loses this, a.k.a. Jack loses this, because I played JP, or JP, I'm sorry. And he's learned from me. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I will say, everybody at home, let it be known. Clip this and send it to Cola every time he opens his mouth. Cola is a JP apologist.
I am. There's ways to fight this character. People just don't do it. Like, he's really good. He's really good. He's really good.
That can be true, and the character can still be busted.
Yeah. I think there's reasons why he's busted, but
I have a soapbox about JP.
Oh, that everybody's got a soapbox about JP, bro.
No one's got my soapbox about JP.
No one's got your soapbox. No, you're all the same corner hating this character, bro. Let him live.
I ain't hating him. I think it's something unique about the way that JP zones in this game.
That he zones?
Compared to the rest of the roster.
I don't think it's his zoning. I think it's his neutral.
No, it's something that I think is going to matter more over the lifespan of the game than right now.
I hope we see it real soon. I think Uzura so far is like the strongest JP I've seen, but Taco obviously no slouch himself out here doing a lot of work on Jack. And also this is a matchup that I don't think is that bad for this character, but you see that Taco backs up, lands the OD pillars. This is putting the pressure on Jack a little bit too often. Ooh, drive rush off the low round start. I like people being a little bit more aggressive with this character.
Yeah, you definitely need to. I think you can choose to be the aggressor, but I think in general, and I've been talking about this all weekend, I think Street Fighter 6 is a game that is going to tend towards you get a lead, and then you play for stability from there. Because parry means that it is that much easier for you to not worry about certain things. Unfortunately, Taco, in trying to control space, swings in to Just a Kid's DI and is now locked down in the corner. Now Jack in the position to just be able to back off. Oh, you thought? Dive kick.
I like that. Nasty little jump in situation. The three-piece counter hit. That's it. Jack with the, as you put it, get that lead. So have to overextend to get the win. You don't want to have to deal with that nasty parry that he's got that is definitely busted. All right, that is hella busted. But however, Jack has found ways to play. I think the neutral, like her buttons, are really good against this character. And I think right now JP is not explored in his standing mediums. I think his mid-range buttons are actually pretty damn decent. However, crouching kick from this character is insane.
All right, this is a one-touch situation. Wow, what a choice from Jack. He just walked up with the fireball, did absolutely nothing, and Taco went to steal a turn. The fireball was still there. The literal no mix-up mix-up. Look at, he's not even phased.
He's just like, all right, next game, next round. That's how Jack has always been. He's just always been like a really chill cat, on and off the sticks. Gets the overhead, and that's going to hit. Run it with the DP right after. Fireball follow-up. Drive bar, boosted out right here. Taco has not found anything this round. He's still caught from the corner.
Yeah, I think what's going on is that Jack is getting more and more comfortable with the way that Taco is trying to zone. And I mean, Juri's got a great move speed. She's got those ability to manipulate her jump ins. She's got a great dash and a good DR. It's not that hard for her to be able to find a way to close in space, right? She blocks one Spire and dashes in. Suddenly, Taco isn't feeling super confident about being pure zoning.
However, off in the corner right here with the ISO on, aka the I Assault. Here's the assault throw from Jack with a drive rush, and just like that, he's on set point with the quickness. Can we get a little bit more of these games? I'm trying to see a little bit more, Jack. You speed running, my boy. Relax.
He's got places to be. He wants to do some stuff. Wow, just holds that long. Jack not interested in blocking at all. Please feed my drive gauge.
Yeah. Kick gets to hit the opener. Into the punctuate injury. Get that follow-up. Yes, sir. We spend all the bar. No. I like to see that from Drake players. Don't spend all that bar in one sequence. Save it for corner carry, for more pressure. That's going to be optimized later on in this game. Gets, a little more in depth, but... Oh, the whip! Bro,
that's actually kind of crazy. If Jack had that, that would have very possibly been the set. Unfortunately here, while Jack is on the back foot in terms of drive gauge, they have so much life to play with. I think even if you block all of this...
Level two. Burnout level 2?
Yeah, no, you absolutely should, but Taco didn't think of it.
What?
That's something that I want to see more JPs do. If they're in burnout, just burn their life away. Counter hit starter on the standing medium punch there out of Jack to close that one out. 2 quick games. I think, like you said, I wish that we had seen a little bit more active decisions being made out of Taco while they were in burnout. There is so much mileage to be had against the character in burnout as JP, and that is my soapbox about JP. I think JP, the way that JP zones in this game, I think he is the best Street Fighter 6 zoner. Because the way he interacts with the drive gauge, the way that every other fireball, you see it traveling, you parry instead of blocking. JP, squat, do I parry? Do I not? Do I dash? If I dash, did he spire in front of me? What did he do? No other character, you have to guess whether you should parry their projectile.
Really? Because I feel like I ain't reacting to every fireball from Guile, bro. You gotta put the OD behind it, bro.
Yo, if you're three-quarter screen
parry,
out,
but I don't know, man. I'm reacting to everything from Guile.
I think my approach when I'm thinking about this game right now is very much towards when you're in neutral, you play for a lead, and then you play for stability. Because the system resources are about someone said it. I loved how someone said it last night. They said, taking your turn first in this game is very dangerous.
Taking your turn first in this game is dangerous? Really?
Because if you can react to drive rushes, if you can check DIs, it depends on the character, obviously.
Reacted, it
depends on the character. It depends on the character. But you know what? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know what? I can't make fun of that because I've seen people jab, drive rush.
We've watched it already.
We watched it already
Mena
happen.
did it.
And bro, I tried to drive rush with DJ against Jack. He clipped me every single time.
Yeah, because you glow green.
The green on the screen, bro.
You see green, you hit the button. That's what you got to do. What was crazy was I commentated a local tournament up in Mass, and it was Kevin Tech, who's actually in loser's side.
Okay.
So if we're fortunate, we would love to see his match.
Yeah.
But it was Kevin Tech versus Burkish. They have played each other no shortage of times over the years, from Street Fighter V, maybe even in Street Fighter 4. I don't know if Burkish played 4. But by the end of Grand Finals, they were like doing drive rush and then deliberately stopping drive rush early and hitting jab.
Oh yeah, hitting jab, yeah.
To fish, to counter poke them, checking the DR.
That's wild.
And that was the level that like they had that familiarity with one another to bring out that element already, because they were playing on a level of like, yeah, I know the pace you play at. We've played together for years and years and years. And I think when you really want to evaluate and think about this game, you need to think about it over the lifespan of the game.
Sorry, it's hard to keep straight.
It really is.
When Frank Lotion comes up with the drive impact round start against the fireball to make it fall. Frank Lotion.
Off to an early lead, and what does Honda have to do? While you're in this pocket, you press the issue, you O-press, and then when you go back to neutral, you don't have to take a risk. He didn't need to do that throw there.
No.
Take the throw, who cares?
Back in, off the roach right there, gets the knockdown, drive rush with the plus frames, headbutt right after, and you can't jump back because it's a wrap. Troy, got to be careful. Oh, God, that round start from Frank Lotion was everything. I don't know, it seemed like preemptive was a good idea right there. Sometimes. We'll see how those
that round start, he DI'd and Troy threw a fireball. Troy went first.
That's true. Okay, fair. That's facts. Impact, sneaks it in.
Right into the stun. I think that's a little bit unfortunate. I personally like the idea of keeping that corner position while they're burned out a little bit longer and trying to air towards stun later, because I think you can build more. You can get some chip in on the Gray Life. You don't always get that choice. Damn, the very tip of the low forward off the DR has them in the corner. This is a one-touch situation. Doesn't even have to spend the bar for it. I was going to criticize not cashing out on that first hit, but hey, when you're in that strong of a position, play a little bit greedy as long as you can back it up.
Hey, man, we on the mics, bro. We ain't on the sticks with it. It's hard, bro. I don't know. These cats out here, big burning out, going for the super. Let's look at that bar back. That's not a bad option here. Hit that lead. You're going to get back your OD gauge. Troy sees a little bit more corner carry to really seal the deal here.
Jump in. Oh, my God.
Frank Lotion all oiled up.
When's Hakan coming to Street Fighter 6?
Please no. I already got to deal with Honda. I don't want no Hakan, bro.
He would have DJ's drive rush.
Jesus Lord. Oh, overhead and then the Dragon Lash hit dead. Damn, what a turnaround. Frank Lotion had a great start, but after that point, nothing was really given to Frank Lotion to get things going and flowing. Like, no drive impact starter.
Yeah.
That's the round, bro.
Yeah, I mean, well, he made a big choice at the start of the first game, and now making these bigger defensive choices. What's happened is Troy has found that pocket of like, I can be the aggressor and blow you up, and you are not prepared to block your toes at the very tip of drive rush and a low forward. And now just absolutely mauling. The throw loop is real. Oh.
Nice challenge right there. Jab in the butt slam, plus frames right there. One thing that Troy's also doing is recognize that Frank Lotion ain't reacting to drive impacts. It's almost a wrap as Troy sits on set point. Listen, if you keep doing it and they ain't reacting, keep running it.
Yeah,
oh, that's super! Yo, Troy, you got those reactions. Stop headbutting me. It ain't free, dog. You have to really put your mind to it.
Dragon Lash Anti-Air a little bit too far away for the Fierce, but you know what? We're in such a strong position, it doesn't really matter. Troy can afford to make that mistake, gets the wall splat. Frank Lotion has done one DI this whole set, and it was the very first action that they made. Wake up, super gets parried.
Punish Troy, oh my God. I love seeing people win on like wake up decisions. Just go for the parry. You might get back throw, but immediately goes for the parry to call out the super, and that sealed it, bro. I love that sort of rebuttal. It's like, bro, you really thought you could do? Stay sucker free on a Sunday. Oh.
Crazy. But Ken is so solid in this game. Ken does such a great job of really managing to play right at the tip of his range. He's got good movement. He's got really good follow through on his stuff. And then it feels like the choices that you need to make to check his wilder things get blown up when Ken plays solid. Yeah. I think Ken has always been a character, particularly in like as a Street Fighter V person where I'd gotten to see a lot of Ken. I feel like my favorite Ken players from Street Fighter V were the ones that were able to play super solid and then bring out just enough buck wild that you were never really sure what you were getting. And
really?
I feel like
Rocky Obama. Rocky Obama. I guess it'd be Rocky Obama.
Rocky Obama would be cool.
Yeah, that would be
That'd
cool.
Be
But
cool,
it's Rocky Obama, yeah. That's one of my favorite ones. But I agree with you, yeah.
But so with SF6, right, I feel like it's a slightly more restrained pocket of that, of like, okay, like if you're letting him get away with, Dragon Lash to neutral, he's going to get these plus frames on you and start to run this mix-up that you need to respect at a range where you're going to want to DI. Yeah. But he can make all of these choices to be like, yeah, I understand you're going to start using the system mechanics now, and now I'm going to blow you up for it. I played Jake Ryan in casuals, and someone was like, oh yeah, just DI when he starts to do the Jinrai loop stuff. So I did that once, and he never did the low follow-up out of Jinrai again. Instead, he did it and watched. And if I tapped DI, he counter-DI'd. And I was like, well, okay, you can't just do it.
Yeah.
You can't autopilot anything against him. He's always ready. Ken as a character, I should say, always has a tool to blow you up as long as he is not overly committal.
That's true. I think that's why Ken is in these top spots along with the corner carry. And speaking of Ken, we're going to get more on the screen as Phenom goes up against GoatGloat.
Is it? We have it. GoatGloat is what's written there.
GoatGloat.
Hold on. I'm checking Star GG.
Let's make sure. GoatGloat, because I like GoatGloat, because it's like that sounds cooler. Yo, GoatGloat, can we change your name, Mr. GG?
Okay, so first of all, my update, I can't find his name. Am I blind? I'm actually blind.
Maybe in the other
pool.
We
pulled it from the other pool.
Yes.
That makes a lot more
Juri.
sense.
Uh-oh, I don't know about this one. I think Jack was playing a little bit of Phenom lately, so he might have some matching knowledge. GoatGloat will have to show something different here. Show Phenom something different. Perfect parry. Still gets a follow-up, the counter hit, the DP right after.
Yeah, and you see GoatGloat has that lead, just willing to like, all right, if you're going to play a fireball game, I know I'm outside of like HK Dragon Lash range, so all you can really do is either throw a fireball or an advance in. I can parry the fireball, I can low forward the DR.
One thing I like about Phenom is, I talked to him recently, is like, this game has like, not a lot of, he doesn't look like the game has like a lot of control right now, obviously the early days. So he's like trying to find ways to find control. Right now we see the parry come through, but it hasn't helped out and out. GoatGloat, in the lead.
Yeah, backing off, just does the parry. Each of these fireballs is actually just helping GoatGloat get their drive gauge back and managing to close out that round on a nice poke. Juri, she has great far-reaching pokes that make it really hard to feel as though you can compete with her. Even as Ken, who I think Ken's ground game is super solid here.
Yeah, Sam, unit kick is really good. Heavy punch is good. Whip punish, nice. The drive rush to make sure he got that stand field starter. OD fireball, still not pressing the issue. Crouch unit kick, drive rush again. I wonder if Goat might burn out here. Phenom's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, he is. And at this point, this is a spot where someone like, I think DJ does it as well, but DJ and JP have that additional way of that additional mind game around the way they play fireballs that can elicit a bad parry out of someone trying to parry a fireball and force them to unwisely spend drive gauge.
Oh, bro. GoatGloat might be the GOAT right now. Level 3 immediately gets that big thing, gets that far back at the top. Phenom about to drop. It's not looking so good for him. And a lot of bars at for the OD side of things, and that allows the low to come through. You've seen so many busted situations come from GoatGloat. No. You might be GoatGloat out here, because we will switch your name, my guy, because you might take down Phenom and put him out of the tournament. This is losers. You about to put him on a flight home.
Very well might. And you know what? Every time we had that plus frame situation off of DR, it was always low. I love that GoatGloat left so much time after the DR limb before doing the low short, leaving just enough for Phenom to be like, oh, maybe he's not taking his turn. Maybe it is going to be a throw. This is a wide enough gap that I'm feeling kind of different. Gets the DR off the low forward, and we are once again seeing Phenom choosing to optimize for corner carry.
Nice medium punch right there. Didn't right kick, loops. Finds the DP right after. Love our stability from the side of Phenom. Can he keep that going and flowing? Drive, rush, plus, backs up the stand field, looking for a shimmy, but here's the punish counter back from Goat. Their bar is so good.
Yeah, what's even in the way that the fireballs interact here, right? Juri throws her fireball and has such a slow travel speed and doesn't engage with fireballs from other characters.
Yeah.
She got hit by the fireball. She still got her own turn.
I guess he can't react unless we have the super, the splat. Oh, man. GoatGloat! Getting into it with a feng shui engine. With some combos. Being burnt out, but still getting opened up low once again. That's the win. GoatGloat about to be the GOAT, about to send Phenom out of the tournament. What a big shock this would be.
Look at those dusty-ass Tims.
Woo!
You know he's not taking care of his
No,
team.
he's not. He's not reacting. Yo, Phenom, aren't you under 30? You can react.
I don't know. It's looking like maybe he can't. My man's looking crusty and washed up like his character. Has to OD DP in order to get out of the corner.
Hey, I didn't say it, please don't beat me up. You're an MMA fighter, bro. I ain't say all that, please. Oh, interrupts the drive rush. OD DP.
God. Bring it out. You were talking about control. We are seeing the only control that Phenom can exert on this match anymore is bringing more intensity for GoatGloat. But I think it's like if you want to play for control, it's hard to do that against Juri because she does such a good job of putting threats on the screen that uniquely you cannot engage with them in the way that you would want to. His fireball doesn't compete with her fireball game. Her grounded buttons are a little bit better than his.
Damn,
DR is better.
Buttons, that crouching medium punch, brother. Into super. This is one solid decision, maybe two, to take down Phenom. Not looking so good up in the corner. He's got to find anything like an OD fireball. No drive rush right after. Go, no rip punish.
So the reason
burnout.
there wasn't a drive rush after that OD
the anti-air
fireball.
GoatGloat, brother. GoatGloat taking down Phenom. The crowd popping off. This is a huge upset. Look, Phenom traveling out here to CEO, bro. Traveling out here on a plane. Took him 12 hours. Sent home by GoatGloat, who is the GOAT now. You are the GOAT. All right, GoatGloat, look at me. You are the GOAT, my guy. Dang. Bro, with 2-0 on Phenom.
That was clean.
That was surgical.
That was clean.
Sorry,
if I don't,
that, my man, that's an upset. That's a huge upset. Y'all want to see some nasty ass upsets out here? Get a CEO. Stop playing.
See, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I watched the set and it's like, yeah, you know what? This makes sense from what I'm seeing. I don't think that Phenom had an answer for that matchup.
None.
It felt like
right.
Phenom's game was like, oh, my fireball game doesn't work because GoatGloat keeps ending up at a lead and they're just parrying. Every time I try to DR, I'm getting smoked for it because she has better buttons and GoatGloat is standing at a range where you can check my DR. My low forward is getting beat. My standing fierce is getting beat. And eventually it was just, I guess I can reversal. That's all he had. Even you called out, got the OD fireball. You were like, what's he going to do? Oh, why didn't he DR? Because it would have put him in burnout and then he would have been dead and it would have been checkmate.
I mean, yeah. That's the wild thing is like, that decision, like maybe go for more damage if you just try to drive rush right after, but you're right, would have been burnout. Like he spent too much bar previously, and Street Fighter 6 rewards you for good meter management, which is what GoatGloat had. So the GOAT moves on to the bracket, and so do we. We're not done with this action, not done with these matches. JuicyJoe versus GentlemanThief. Is this your boy?
No, I think so. I checked the bracket. My boy, I think, is queued up to play on the other stream.
Oh, no.
Real shame. My heart is broken. But you know what? A consolation prize in GentlemanThief. This Jamie player was putting in work earlier. I think they got sent to losers by Punk. It was as I recall it looked like it was a pretty close 2-1.
Oh, yeah, he played his Cammy, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But Jamie player.
JuicyJoe rocking the JP. Okay, it was a consolation prize after all, because maybe I am wrong, but I assume that any character with a decent fireball is probably not a great matchup for Jamie. So unless there's something really specific about JP, I have to imagine that this is going to be annoying.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is one of those matchups that is not going to be fun. And again, as you put it, it's like not a normal fireball game too, which makes it, I think, worse for Jamie. His drive rush, look at a lot of distance, will land the OD DP right there.
Okay.
Takes a swig.
I will say his DR into Fierce is such a great advancing tool. Okay, OD Palm, we are at 4 drinks already, and my man takes an extra sip to fill his drive gauge. Something that's going to be really unique about Jamie is the fact that once he is in level 4, he gets to play the drive gauge game super differently because those drinks bring back the drive gauge. Now he is a Rekka character. What's going to be? Command grab?
Oh,
no,
right
one for the throw bait.
Yeah, that would have been sick with it. The only this character alive is in burnout. So if you can sequence this facility or the only dive kick comes through again for the win. GentlemanThief is so slick and sick with it in terms of sneaking these drinks continuously. Man, my man is aggressive.
Okay.
Oh, and the punish.
Love that. I managed to end up at a spot where JuicyJoe felt like they were going to be a little safer. It's not going to happen. Parries through that mix-up. DR, just respecting that. We're totally fine. Plus frames. Oh, okay. OD Palm.
Didn't commit to it in full, though, to the Rekka. Does get a drink.
Oh.
Fierce, and again, another drop here. GentlemanThief, the huge drops that could lead to a lot more damage, and now this character have real estate on the screen.
Okay, that wasn't a teleport. You could tell GentlemanThief had backed up, and it was like, if you go for a teleport, I know that I'm going to do something else. Now we're in this spot where GentlemanThief has level 3. Any palm into level 3 is potentially super fatal, but level 3 coming out for JuicyJoe.
Oh, man, JuicyJoe. That juicy amount of damage right there. Level 3 to seal the deal. Goes to the next round with no bar, but I feel like JP can gain quite a bit, at least level 2, before the end of it, before the end of it happens. So, might not be the worst thing right now. GentlemanThief does have level 3, could go into level 2. You were pointing out how, we're not going to see it right now, but level 2 is like more like a V-trigger install,
like a V-trigger
right? Yeah, it's like V-trigger, yeah. Go to level 3, just to get that big boy lead and that extension with the drive rush palm. We follow up, takes a swing again.
Okay. Oh, went straight for throw. I like that. You want to be able to get into an animation so the explosions from OD Amnesia don't bother you all that much. Keeping it safe. You're still locked down in the corner. Punish counter on the sweep this time. Gets an extra drink and that for their trouble. Please finish your plate. Yes, you do. How far are we going to press this? In a breakdance?
Yeah.
Get a safe jump.
Whips a throw, though, but no, biggest punish. GentlemanThief got caught in the corner. Level 2 is online. Let me see some sick mix with it.
Oh, smoked by the cane.
Uh-oh. Pop it. Yeah, into level 2 immediately for the mix. And GentlemanThief, not even holding parry, just going to get clipped and gripped. That's it. Dang, the rear back, like, dang. Thank God you didn't parry that.
I'm so bad. I am so bad. In that moment, as soon as I'm landing and I see level 2 activation, I'm Jamie. I'm doing super breakdance.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm doing level 1 breakdance.
Please.
Please.
Let me dance my way out of this.
There is not a world where they are not pressing the issue. And we go back to character select for this one. I have only seen, I've only seen GentlemanThief play Jamie to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So I would have been surprised. But I love taking the breather. I think we have a great rematch time in this game. That's a trap.
Hey, that's on y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? You hit rematch, they don't force you to do it.
No, they don't.
It's
but
a trap. I get it because you just want to get back in the action like that.
I think more people need to take an extra second, especially if the match matters. If you're just playing like a first to death with your homie, whatever.
Yeah,
rematch as much as you want. It's a tournament match and you had a close loss, take a second and think about it. Oh, DR forward gets clipped by the limbs. JuicyJoe choosing to represent some different feeling pokes here as an answer to DR Fierce out of GentlemanThief.
I'll see the toe tap here from GentlemanThief. Sneaks it in, gets the impact, takes a swig, and we'll get a fantastic jump in combo right here. Sweep, pick up another swig again. Corner pressure is real nasty with this character. Now that damage is real. Jump in with a heavy punch, but still seals the deal with the crouch leaning kick. Back in business. Well, that corner pressure is getting a lot tighter, right?
Yes.
Getting a lot more structure.
Right. Oh, catches a walk back attempt there. Okay. Oh, did that combo? That was almost a combo. That would have been nutty. Jump in, empty jump, no commit off the low forward, just out of range for the roundhouse. JuicyJoe's able to send us back full screen.
Impale. That toe tap again, drive rush. That might be his best drive rush, like, action right after.
It probably is. I think it's the only one that we really see represented anymore. For a while, you know, particularly in the betas, it was roundhouse, but I think Fierce has just been represented more, especially with the fact that it's 3 hits.
Yeah,
so it being 3 hits has that embedded sort of anti-DI stuff to it if you space it properly, and GentlemanThief is able to run away with that game.
In corner pressure, really deadly, but JuicyJoe. However, it's not done. We haven't really seen the parry come back in the equation here for JuicyJoe. No, like, parry on wake up, whatever, to even stop GentlemanThief from even thinking about that option. Crouch meter kick, nothing after it. Anti with the crouch fierce right there. Got to commit with the pillar.
I'm officially a GentlemanThief fan. Oh, we're a little bit too far away off that punish counter. No anti-air on the jump in either. JuicyJoe goes for the back throw off of that DR. They want as much screen space to work with as they can get. GentlemanThief wants to work their way out. Oh, you thought. Oh, drops the combo.
However, it goes up. American reset.
The overhead. You get plus frames.
You're dead. GentlemanThief with the follow-up. And now the one on set point, that second screen to say, hey, what do I have to do to get in? More of these toe taps, longest distance, maybe that drive rush, and just better corner pressure.
Yeah, it's the switch to using towards roundhouse instead of fierce it's allowing GentlemanThief to represent a much different threat. And now here we are. There's the pseudo V-trigger install that we have going on here.
Thought 5 was done, huh? Thought 5 was over, huh?
Reset in the middle. Yeah, I got to follow up on palm.
Oh, whips the throw. Then after though, nice jump in on the fireball right there. That might have been a feint. Try to get the dive kick against the throw bait. No bite though from JuicyJoe. Remember Shin Fierce? Try to kill that drive gauge as much as possible.
Okay.
The activation.
JuicyJoe
He whipped.
kills
That could have been it.
the drive gauge themselves. That's just barely not the stun. No anti-air on the jump in. We haven't seen a single one. Now GentlemanThief is the one on burnout. JuicyJoe has CA in the tank.
Level 2. Run level 2. Level 2, do something. No, you're in, Chip. That's it. Just got the hit and the crouch mini kick. Seals the deal. That's GentlemanThief. Moving on. Hey, I can see why you a fan. Because Jamie players already.
I'm a fan of any Jamie player.
Yeah, me
already.
too.
Already.
They look like they're a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, so dang man, just that switch up using that drive rush, the toe tap button seemed like it was like the way to play in terms of how am I going to get against this character using drive rush. Stand Fierce is a great button. Like it's fantastic after drive rush, but you need something a little bit more range, more versatility.
Yeah.
That was the way to play. Good stuff.
And I know with respect to JP, people are really trying to figure out what is the counterplay against this character. You were talking about that earlier. You were like, I think the character, there is counterplay, people just aren't doing it. We're starting to see people explore it. And I think one of the things that I've had a lot of people talk about is like, oh, when you parry Spire, just dash out of it. Because even if they go to like use another tool and try to check you, right? You will either be able to dash in time, like you're going to end up in a spot by the time you're worried, where like now you're in and you can start to play footsies.
Yeah.
But what was going on there was because towards roundhouse is a whole other like half a dash on top of the movement from full screen, it was parry Spire. Now I get to dash in and you have to respect the towards roundhouse. So there was a lot of like where we're getting like punish counter DR starters because he's ziplining across the screen.
He's having the range to do so.
Yeah,
his
and
JuicyJoe
wasn't ready for that and was trying to press the issue and be like, oh, well, I'm going to control the space in front of you. It's like, no, you already lost the space. You just don't know it. I know it. You don't know it.
Well, good stuff, GentlemanThief. Moving on the bracket, might get to see some more Jamie play tomorrow and maybe a top 8, which I can't wait to see the Twitter threads for that, bro. Because I've already seen the complaints of like a lot of Luke, you know, which is fair. A lot of Luke has come through, but a lot of Luke has also been sent down to losers or out of the tournament.
The only character that I think I am seeing more representation, I won't even say than I would have expected. I know that Juri is strong.
Yeah.
The sheer amount of Juri that I have seen this weekend is like, oh, okay, like you're actually really popular.
Yeah,
and speaking of Juri, we do have, I get another local homie of mine, Alex Smith, sitting down, a Juri player, I think sent down to losers in a very close 2-1 to CJ Truth in a Juri mirror in winners 192.
Okay. Go up against Fierce, who is doing a lot of damage with that Kimberly. We'll see what it do. The Foot Clan out and about. Y'all got to change the name. Your Juri players got to change the names up on CFN, bro. Y'all can't be joining certain clubs, okay? Y'all need to reevaluate and find help, okay? Because the Foot Clan is coming out to play out here at CEO, but it has been a lot of variation. Besides, obviously, Juri, I've seen a lot of Kim, actually. As I mentioned before, yesterday's pools had a lot of Kimberly, whether it be Shine or Fierce, who didn't work, too, as well. Many other Kimberlys, too, have done quite a bit of work out in these brackets. And even before that, there's a time where when it was mentioned that she was nerfed, that she didn't have her reversal anymore, and some of her normals got, I want to say normalized, actually. I'm going to say normalized. I don't say the same nerf. They were normalized. Like, she's too weak. Like, they did too much to her. Then I see her in top spots. Shine getting second to top 8s. Damn near every single tournament. Winning some, too, as well. I see Kimberly's double time up in top 8 sometimes. So, like, those nerfs, quote unquote, that were supposed to kill the character supposedly, have done nothing. Like she's still fantastic. She still has the mix.
Rumors of Kimberly's demise were greatly exaggerated.
Very much so.
But you know what? A lot of people, if they see any nerf, is one nerf too far. I have seen no shortage of people where I see them crying on Twitter when a patch comes out, and I have to look and be like, hey, what is it that they changed about your character that ruins this for you? Like, I actually need you to explain it to me.
I can't be brainless. Boo-hoo. Yeah, you still have the strengths of the character. You still have mix. You still have an option where if you throw somebody, you get a combo off a throw. Like, your character is good. Your character is good.
Right.
Great walk speed, drive rush.
You have an install, level 3 that is it's not like you choose to install or you choose to kill somebody. It's you kill them and get an install.
Yeah. Actually, on block, you get the install too as well.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's
I remember fighting I fought Kimberly players where on block, they still get the install, and I'm like, wait, what? Hold up. Op blocked. but I blocked, and I'm holding even more damage and speed from this character. So Kimberly, still strong, but Juri, as you mentioned, highly represented out here. And for whatever reason, whether it be because she's a good character or otherwise, she's out here in full foot force.
You don't have to keep calling attention to it.
I don't.
We could just pretend it's not there.
Capcom already did it themselves. What do you mean?
I mean but like that still doesn't mean that you have to draw attention to it.
I just want it cleaned up, okay?
You could
clean up the streets from the Foot Clan, okay?
You could.
And that might happen here.
Are you trying to be Casey Jones?
I do what I must.
Okay, DR meets DR at round start. Alex Smith, the one to win out in that exchange. My DR is a little bit better. Jab checks from Fierce, but we do not have the follow-up that we want. DI connects to blow up the run pressure coming out of Fierce. Fierce now stuck in the corner. Smart backdash, though.
Now gets a side switch. Back door, runs the ODD pieces. I got one of those, though. Capcom let me have mine. Oh, anti-air's fine. I like that the Tatsu back throw position has been consistent for both players.
Oh, what a smart jump back, and now Fierce in a burnout. But hey, I tweeted this earlier, take a shot every time Alex Smith misses a cross-cut DP.
I will die.
I love Alex, he's the homie. That was making me sad to watch it. The elbow drop does end up giving Fierce the better of that interaction. Closes out that first round.
To be fair, that pinwheel is a kind of finicky DP compared to other ones. So, oh, what an interaction! Jab, gets a throw, reset. But yeah, this is definitely you have to really put your mind on where you want to anti-air with the DP.
Well, that actually, Alex definitely gets the better of that exchange, but Fierce, through the scramble situation, is able to set up the level 3, equalize the health, get their own drive gauge back, actually coming out probably ever so slightly ahead altogether. Ooh. Teleport, mix.
Feint. OD Tatsu, crouching kick, caught him coming in. Oh. That should be dang near close right here. CA3. Actually, level 3, I should say. No CA just yet.
No, that was CA for Alex.
I trust myself, and he trusted waking up with buttons.
Still alive. Alex backing off. You want to be able to throw like OD Fireball to make something happen. Ooh. Baits Fierce into overcommitting by just walking forward. What a gutsy call from Fierce.
Nice jump. Leave that hit side kick off the table. Lead with the Fireball. Parrying against the crouch medium kick this time. Impact is fine though. Alex Smith taking Fierce to the corner.
You know what was great about that? Fierce did the standing medium kick, and we see a lot like poke into DR, into DI, but because Alex was at the very, very tip of standing medium kick range, you see a reversal of a one come out from Fierce. I'm sorry, I'll circle back to this point when there's less action happening on the screen. Yep. Goes for the jump out. DI connects. If you do a level 1, you going to force him into burnout? No, puts himself in burnout with the drive reversal.
Back it up. Alex Smith, yeah, strike it back. Don't let Roman to leave those hands. And Alex Smith, those DPs getting a lot better. He said, I got you. He said,
he heard it. He's like, let me help the people's liver. This is a PSA. What I was going to say is the fact that standing medium kick hit at the very, very tip meant the DR came late enough that the DI was already so active, Fierce was not going to have the chance to counter DI himself.
So we can start right here from the side of Fierce. Again, those buttons, stand medium kick, stand light kick, stand Fierce. I think it's really good for Kimberly. Oh, with the throw, still got the hit though on the punish counter. And Fierce is running all over Alex Smith right now.
Oh, man. You get a pickup? Damn, thanks for doing your reversal on wake up. Anyway, I'll see you in the next round.
Yeah, good job. You tried. Hold on. One more hit. That's it. Yeah. It was looking long for me. I get it. Yeah. Fierce getting aggressive in these round start situations immediately. I understand many picks seem like they're happening too as well. Nice anti right there.
Yeah, you're seeing he's making some adjustments to the fact that Alex is comfortable trying to represent neutral jump roundhouse. Right.
Let me get a spray cancel in. Get set up right there. OD immediately.
It's the same situation.
Oh no, the follow-up, bro. Did you not learn? I'm going to have to teach you this, Foot Clan.
All right, it's only a level 1. I think you're still alive. Yeah, you're absolutely still alive. Goes for a little shimmy, but smoked out of the run pressure. 1 game apiece.
Look at how Fierce is burning himself out on purpose to get these big leads and willing to say, hey, I'll do that as long as it's like a 1-touch or 2-touch situation up in this corner.
Alex seems a little flustered right now. Finds the back throw. They do manage to get away from that can pressure. And now if Alex can keep Fierce locked down in the corner, yes, there we are. Goes for the air-to-air interaction.
Jump meeting fantastic.
Ooh.
Finds a shimmy, the finesse and bless. Wakes up with a super. Actually lands. Trying to equalize. Bro, he did dash into drive rush. Still got the low. What are these dashes, bro? React!
There's some Naruto happening on the screen right now. All right, right into the level 1. Is this going to be enough to kill with this little scaling? No, it is not. And Alex is the one in burnout. He needs to try to make something happen. Was that meaty sweep? What the hell was that?
I'm not sure, but the overhead, crisping the cranium, blessing the dome. Peace be with you, and also you out of this bracket, bro. Fierce is on set point. Oh, he recovered to get the OD.
Oh my God. Okay, holds the parry a little longer, turns it into a DR, and now cashing out that early level 1. Once again, an early lead. I would be okay with these early leads from Alex, except he's squandering it a little bit. I think managed to bait that anti-air out of Fierce. Somehow Fierce got a little bit itchy on the trigger finger there.
Head himself, throw, dash up. The challenge, though, in burnout, overhead, but not out of options. Alex Smith in the lead right now. It's a one-touch situation, and we'll seal the deal. Final game, final round between Fierce and Alex Smith.
Alex hits sweep in that range a lot. Okay, manages to get in behind that. Another early level 1. That seems to be an Alex decision here. It's like, all right, word, I'm going to use the level 1, just get the damage and the corner carry that I need. Plus frames off the OD fireball. Oh, you thought you could parry? Punish counter. Fierce is getting away with mashing jabs so much.
You got to keep it meaty, no vegan out here. Look at this, the big buff coming through. Damage comparable to other characters. Speed, all juiced up. Overhead lands. Stand Fierce. Time goes for the inside kick off the backboard.
Yeah.
He's feeling himself.
I mean, Alex has the life lead.
But Fierce has that buff. But that's, a whip punish. And Alex Smith will land the super to seal it.
No, he did Feng Shui.
Would a ball, would have been connected? Not sure.
Okay,
Walk
finds
up
the throw.
Alex Smith, though.
The real.
Cleaning it up.
The real back. Alex, big love to Alex Smith, the homie. I've known Alex for over a decade. When I first started coming out to fighting games up in the New England area, when I used to go to shout out to all the old heads up at back in the Super Bowl days, Game Ducks, Brainbox, all that old stuff. I've known Alex that long. Game Underground still around, obviously. Alex been the homie that long. Used to go by Blue 9 back in the day, if anybody remembers Blue 9.
Where did that name come from?
I couldn't tell you, but I used to have a joke. Because it was, I was still new to the scene. I didn't realize that some people really traveled everywhere. So every weekend I would turn on a stream and I would see Alex on stream. And I'd be like, how is this guy at every tournament? It became like, all right, Blue 9 is just the one that lives in Mass. I was like, I'm watching Blue 12 at Winter Brawl.
Blue 12. My man evolving every single year.
Every single year. But yeah, he holds it down with a lot of the tech stuff. Like he fixed my hitbox when I broke it the other year.
He's like, he'll beat your ass and be like, let me fix this thing.
Yeah.
All right. This was the issue.
He's also just a genuinely a really good dude. He's always really fun to play with. Playing long sets with him is always super interesting.
Shout out to him. We saw him also at the Reversal exhibitions and stuff like that. So I'm glad he's getting shine out here, and it definitely makes sense why he's a strong Juri player. And we're gonna have some more great action coming up. Actually, the Street Fighter's,
for this one.
Bro, Street Fighter's strongest warrior right now, Rikemansbarnet, the one that traveled through LA. I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
Or is it 2 days ago? Time does not matter to me.
Time's a weird soup.
It doesn't matter. It's a weird soup. I'd rather have the salad. Anyway, Rikemansbarnet, I was like, bro, did you walk, from, they take that 1 hour walk? I guess it's more than 1 hour from where we're at, I guess, Daytona to Orlando. He said, no, I didn't walk. I'm scared of the Gators. Gators? What you're afraid of? You're not afraid of all the other villainous NPCs that are around LA? You're not afraid of any? No, he's like, no, the Gators, they scare me.
They don't have Gators where Rikemansbarnet's from, I guess.
I guess not. He's not afraid of eating horrible pizzas, but he is also not afraid of
Is there lore to that?
The horrible pizzas?
Yeah.
Bro, can y'all tell me what pizzas he was eating? It was like banana and like salmon or something like that. There was some wild ass pizzas that he was eating. I was like,
that's some high sushi.
That thing looked like demonic. Like the sushi was, or
that's not okay.
The salmon wasn't even cooked. So someone let me know what the
that's
the
not
pizza
okay.
was.
Look, if you want to put pineapple on your pizza, that's fine.
But my man's going beyond. That's you might just separate.
That's minus ultra.
It's a crime. It's a crime.
That's minus
federal
ultra.
crime. Also, someone said that bracket said Jay Wong won.
Jay Wong beat Punk?
You're lying, Chad. You're lying. Cammy on Cammy? Jay Wong won? Nah. All right. Anyway, while we wait for confirmation, he'll be fighting Jick D, who is a Honda player.
Yeah, he was telling me. He was saying that he's playing modern control Honda. He said he had played it some, but what he was saying, and I've heard a couple of people say this weekend.
Modern Honda.
They were saying that there are some murmurs amongst people that we might evolve to the point of treating modern versus classic like variations, or like or grooves or isms from other games where you might make a matchup-specific choice to emphasize certain parts of your kit. And Jik's example for that is he was like, when I'm playing Honda, sometimes if I queue into a modern Ryu, I'm way more scared because a modern Ryu only needs to hit one button to uppercut my headbutt on reaction every time.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, we've seen the
It's an interesting thing. I think it might, maybe not for every character even, and certainly for matchup-dependent stuff, but we have seen Street Fighter is far from the first game to experiment with a simpler input system.
That's true.
And what we have seen for games, yes, Grand Blue is specifically the one I was going to speak of. It has that simpler input system, but because you had the choice between them, it led to certain situations where one was a better option than the other. And all it actually did was widen the repertoire of tools available to players while also making it better for newer players that are having approachability issues. And yes, we do have the modern Honda. Somebody asked me in my AMA, do you think we'll see any modern players in top 24?
Said no, right?
I did say no. So, Jik, make a liar out of me.
Modern Honda. I don't know what he loses, but I guess we'll have to see what is off. And that DP was definitely off. Gets a pickup. I guess you don't lose the stance cancel right there with the hands of the man. This is unfortunate. Backs away trying to get that trophy. Finds a punish. Jik in burnout. Has to lead in health.
Yo, he is churning. Oh. I had every expectation that Jik was churning level 1 for the second Rikemansbarnet.
But he's waking up with some. No, Barnet was awake and aware. No, not me, bro. There's some quote unquote counterplay to modern where I feel like you bait out the reactions they're looking for. So I think it's like people who fight Taquito, like, oh, I know you want to bait out, like, or get like a DP or whatever. So I'll bait out that reaction when you're so hyper focused on that. We'll see what happens with Jik here. Just get the pickup, but not the full one with the hands.
All right. Oh, does a shallow headbutt, but there's in exactly the right spot for Rikemansbarnet to be able to whiff punish that. How far is Rikemansbarnet going to press it? Okay. We get another pickup. The level 3 on reaction.
I don't need modern, bro, to do this. I'm classically trained, all right? Oh, my God, the damage done here. Rikemansbarnet gets one, and that was quick. Yo, Barnet, like, bro, you can switch, you know that. Yeah, you go to classic if you want.
He's like, hey, some of us don't need it on one button.
Oh, the knockdown here. Rikemansbarnet, I like that jump heavy punch. Like, you get that hard knockdown, nice and close. All person, CQC, the pickup with the hands again. In the corner. He's had some good round start sequences. Yeah. But the falls, maybe just like lacking certain buttons, possibly. I'm not sure what modern is lacking here for Honda.
It's something, I think, I'll be honest, I probably didn't do as much homework around the specific changes from Modern as I should, because right now we're still very much in a learning the system, learning the way the character matchups play out. That's a very detail-oriented thing, but it's going to matter more and more as the game develops and as we get more comfortable with it.
Oh, no.
Thanks for refilling my drive gauge.
Yeah, I'll take that. So I'll take all that. Ooh, I needed that. Just like that. Stadium set point Jik. Both tried to drive rush in chair and the brain cell, but Rikemansbarnet better off that same medium kit.
All right, jab check after the blocked headbutt. Finds the anti-air there. Does Rikemansbarnet. Has the parry on the butt slam. Oh, okay. Has the right spacing for the jab check that time.
Careful. Some of these buttons, my boy. Drive rush in could be a punish.
See, Rikemansbarnet doesn't need to go in. You had the life lead. You could have just waited. Sure, praise the sun all you want. The sun's over here.
Plus. Drive rush in with a medium punch. It's like her best drive rush weapon, feels like. Besides scratch when you can side switch. Okay. Bus slam still in, apparently. Punish. Okay. Going up in the corner for the mute jab. Knew that was fake. I like that. Spacing from Barnet.
Jik in burnout now after having blocked that meaty on their wake up. Headbutt, followed by another one immediately. Okay, good spot to be in. And you see Jik is pumping as they walk back. They're buffering some sort of reversal option the second they see green.
Oh no, like a jump scare. Oh my God, my heart. And your health, Barnet will die as you had prophesized. That's his demise.
Hey, you remember earlier when you said Twitter was going to clown me for saying you could react to drive rush? Do you remember when that happened earlier?
With modern controls, actually, you would be able to react to anything.
Hey, Rikemansbarnet used level 3 to react to headbutt on classic controls. I think we can just do it. It's a skill diff type problem is what I'm going to tell you. Pinwheel
free. Anyway, let's get back in the game. Parry, though. Legit. Honestly, with the shimmies, it's not just the modern controls. The fact that he's putting shimmies on the Barnet is biting on these decisions, on these throwaways.
All right, pressing the issue. Neutral jump, sticking out the stop sign.
The throw, punish.
Okay, Jick now the one teching a little bit too much on wake up. Ready with the pinwheel, had it locked and loaded.
Nice little shimmy right there too as well. Parry, punish. Not dead just yet, actually. Empty low. Yeah, for the reset.
Okay, finds the throw. I wonder, there's supers have like a minimum scaling to them, right? I wonder whether you could have still done that into level 1 and like bypassed, like you're gonna have scaling from perfect parry.
Yeah, maybe level 2 also.
I don't actually know off the top of my head whether perfect parry scaling will like override the minimum scalings of supers.
Yeah, not sure either. But you know, still saves the bar for the 6th round. So Barnet in a fantastic position. Gets the knockdown. It's like a difficult thing to anti-air, even with the stand fierce and the headbutt. Light headbutt though. Gosh, when kick gets the hit. Barnet saying it's time to go back to class, back to basics, my friend.
All right, this is going to be the level 3 here. Rikemansbarnet finishing up. They are in burnout, but if Jick D is going to continue to tech every time, that is not going to matter. They don't need drive gauge when they're already through the next step of the bracket. But hey, great performance from Jick D, making this top 48 run, showing the modern control, showing some of the possibilities, bringing out, like you could see, they were making specific decisions to lean into the fact that they had resources that people sometimes don't feel as confident reacting with. They were much more readily available, and Jick used that very specifically in the way they structured the game. Really interesting. And, you know, obviously, big ups to Jick. If y'all don't know, Jick is iDom's editor. Also, now does some of the editing for Casa's stuff.
Yeah. Get at him. Get at him.
Big ups to him. Does great work. Yeah. But Rikemansbarnet, man, always was going to be a name that I would have expected to see deep in this bracket. I mean, you and I have been on some Salt Mine leagues. We know the layout.
Power.
We know the layout of EU Street Fighter. Rikemansbarnet has been a threat for a long time, and I think I'm a little surprised that Juri was the pick. It would not have been the character that I think they would have landed on given who they played in Street Fighter 5.
Who do you think you would have played?
I think I would have expected, I think Manon to like JP would have been maybe my first guess.
Ooh, JP. I mean, he knows how to fight JP, but the other characters that he has, I'm sorry, Lily, and there was one more. It wasn't JP though. It wasn't JP. But he knows how to fight JP. But yeah, I would have guessed that too. When I talked to him, I was like, isn't that like a good version in some ways of Manon? It's like, it's not for me. He likes Juri.
If it's not for you, it's not for you. And you know what? I will say that like Manon was a zoner, but I think a lot of the best Manon players, what they did was, it's not dissimilar to like Bridget and Guilty Gear, where it's a lot of like, you want to keep them right at the edge of your physical threats and sandwich them between your physical threats and the threat of the resource you put behind them. Yeah, Sako style. And Rikemansbarnet was definitely a player that did that. And so I could see where it's like, all right, it's less the zoning, it's more having really good reach and a unique way to play a projectile game. And Juri does check both of those boxes.
I guess she does, but not maybe the way that I thought that Rikemansbarnet would play, but that's just how strong that he is as a player. And it's not like during the end of 5 that he didn't play other characters and showcase that he can, if he wanted to, play other characters. But we're going to be playing other matches out here. GentlemanThief, your guy, back up on the deck against Goosco.
Yeah, I wonder if GentlemanThief has what's in that gourd. We should check if it's the poison for Goosco.
Hold up now. You see what's in there? Is that regulated?
Is it the poison for Goosco? The poison chosen specifically to kill Goosco?
That's not till Aki comes out. Hold up now. That's not till Aki.
I feel like you're not getting the reference, Cola.
I'm not.
Damn it. Go watch The Emperor's New Groove.
It's been so long.
How has it been too long? That movie's infinitely quotable.
Yeah, but I'm not good with quotable movies. I'm actually not. I'm really bad. I forget a lot of stuff easily.
You're killing me, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shows, okay. Movies, not so much. I've only like to watch it like twice in my life.
That's all it takes.
So many Disney movies. There's so many. I'm sorry. We'll do a watch party soon. I promise. I promise, chat. Watch party soon. All right. Anyway, after this, I see y'all talking about Riddles. He is coming up against Zack, who has been in some top spots in CNS and other tournaments. Very strong Luke player. But right now, it is going to be Jamie versus Cammy.
So the last time we saw GentlemanThief play was in with JP. This is going to be a very, very different matchup where, you know, Goosco is going to be able to play that grounded footsies game. No fireballs to stall out Jamie and force him to press the issue, but you are going to get mauled a little bit. Now already back up against the wall.
Air to air right there. Jump heavy kick. It's a swig. Sneaks that in. GentlemanThief has proven that he is so good. Come on, sneaking in them sneaky drinks. No sobriety. All soft. Stand medium kick. Oh, the buffer. And again, go for the drinks is something you have to do. You're giving up Oki for the ability to have a better character.
Now, so it's interesting. I had a conversation with Bunch, and even in the betas, Bunch believed that Jamie was a far lamer character than people were playing him. Lamer character. Just that, like, he is meant to be like a whiff punish machine who, like, you threaten with palm and safe ranges. Standing medium kick and standing heavy kick are, you know, these great footsie threats that you can drive rush out of. And if that is the way that Jamie develops, then I could definitely see Cammy being a problem matchup for him. Because Cammy is also a footsie machine with a great walk speed. And she does not need to surrender set play to make herself a better character.
Oh, absolutely not. You know, when it comes to damage, Juri doesn't have the output that Jamie does, especially if she gets like level 2 or 3. But her footsie game is fantastic. Stand medium kicks and heavy kick. All these buttons are fantastic. Crouch fierce, of course, and drive rush system definitely helps her out. And the fact that if she's not dumping out damage, you know, she has a lot of great situational stuff. Ooh. OD, it's like things like this.
I love that, actually.
How do you have an OD DP that gets a side switch? And of course, if you're looking for damage, you'll get it with level 3, so it's not off the table.
On top of all of that, I love that choice from Goosco because you were not going to take too much risk if that ended up being the case. But GentlemanThief gets the install off the level 2 and manages to turn that into a 2-touch situation, finds both touches 1 round apiece.
You know what's wild is that maybe you spin that level 2, you have 1 bar already, do it with another level 2 bar, and now have a situational like plus frame that they gotta guess right after. I wonder if that might be the play for this character. Dive kick, clips a sweep off the feet. That's unfortunate. Another throw. Strike throw, Cammy. Pressure incoming. No anti-air though.
Cammy, you just got fired.
Regis didn't hear it. Regis didn't hear it.
Oh, as the level 3. You prophesized out the level 3. That should be a dead character. Yeah, she's an assassin.
Right against the neck. Wash your neck. I'm coming for it. Goosco. This Cammy is active. I like this. I like this one, Cammy. I like a Cammy player that just, you know, knows that their buttons are fantastic. Pressing the neutral. And the thing about Cammy is that because she's so quick, because her normals are so good, that you're just getting out flow, getting out. You know, you're getting crouch medium kick into drive rush into like maybe not a lot of damage, but it happens so continuously that you look up and you're like, where'd my bar go? Where'd my health go? What happened? Forced the GentlemanThief to take a break, but last time he took a break, he said, wait, hold up.
Worked out great for him. He made the adjustments in that matchup.
So and I think
I mean, that last round really bulldozed away, and Goosco kind of ran away with it. But it was, you know, for it to go last round is already sort of telling of something. Oh, man, if your standing medium kick is getting whiff punished like that already, that is not a great feeling. But if Goosco's going to slow it down a little bit, take an opportunity to maybe try to steal a drink, let them know that they can't just play passive. Yeah. I think that's the mind game with Jamie is, like, if your opponent is too passive, you need to let them know that they need to bring the fight to you. Nice neutral jump out of Goosco.
And she has ways. I mean, Spiral Hero would definitely be an easy way to get in. Just find a jump in. Nothing there. GentlemanThief back out. Maybe try to exercise that the idea we were talking about. Maybe back off and sneak a little trick. There's a lot of recovery. It's like 50 frames or something like that. I don't know in total. It's a lot.
Okay. Finds the first hit. We're at 2 drinks now. Lockdown in the corner. Oh, smart backdash from Goosco. No anti-air, but we do get the OD DP coming out after. Nice. Love that neutral jump check to beat the wake-up throw attempt.
Nice and deep dish with it. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. Crouch medium kick though.
Y'all to see he goes nice and deep dish with it. I stopped everything I was doing. Look this man in the eye.
Yes, I want some. Also, GentlemanThief, I want that help, my boy. Crouch medium kick gets the hit, and that's it. GentlemanThief, a little more dominant than neutral. I feel like doesn't give up as much ground as the middle of the round happens. Crouch medium kick again is our choice button. No more standing medium kick, at least as often. It seems to be crouching medium kick a little bit more often.
You know what I think part of it is? I think the fact that, like, low forward is good in certain spots, but, like, some of the pokes that Goosco's using, like standing roundhouse, it's got that, like, weird up forward hitbox. And I wonder if it's just interacting with standing medium kick in a not ideal way, where low forward is sort of sneaking under the end of the hitbox at the very tip.
Oh, called out the DP in the super. Level 3 immediately wants to spend a win, and I get that.
This
Cash
is
out
okay for GentlemanThief, though. I guess, like, the round is already over, right? But what you can do is you can look at this and go, okay, I lost the round, but now I'm going into round 3 of this game up 3 bars compared to them. So GentlemanThief gets to do something like play for Palm into level 2 and try to force the issue, or get a level 3 into, you know, extensions for max corner carry, and they're only so worried about damage from Goosco because all they have is their drive gauge afforded to them, which they've already burnt half of.
Yeah. We talked about damage being a big factor with level 3. Drop that off the table. That is less to worry about. Gets the impact. Palm too as well. Sweet.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, stay sucker through the dive kick to knock it down to the ground. That's a great air-to-air tool, to be honest. The dive kick, checking these limbs, and also a good throw bait.
Oh my God.
PP, okay.
That was a check on a drive rush.
So I can react. Y'all on Twitter, y'all ain't built like me.
Okay, goes for another one, tending back towards Standing Fierce. I think wants Standing Fierce off of DR to try to force a mix-up. No, gets smoked out of OD Palm, and now we're in a spot where, oh my God, any of these low forwards into Palm into level 3 would be enough.
I think you have to cancel the first hit of the
first hit of Rekka can go into level 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Don't play with your food, though. Don't play with your food, though. Air to air right there. It's a
Oh,
job.
no.
Oh, no. The bar's getting built up at the bottom. Goes for level on him right there with the CA. Stop saying CA.
All right,
Secret
but
art.
Cusco, the one on the back foot now in burnout. If GentlemanThief forces this issue, I mean, oh!
Jump back call out.
That
I know
was-
that you know. I know you're going to go for the palm, my guy. Play a little nooch.
Yeah, you want to do Palm level 2 and force a mix-up, but guess what? I'm up here.
I'm up here. You're down there out of the
I'm over here
tournament,
now.
guy. That's where you're at. Out.
Oh.
Goosco, take
No Jamie. No Jamie for us.
Dang. Staying a little bit sober out here, but Goosco moves on in the bracket, and we move on to Riddles versus Zack Rob. I can't believe I'm saying Riddles versus Zack Rob. First of all, Riddles, big Smash player out here, doing a lot of work. Fantastic player. And I was talking to him earlier, and he was like, yeah, bro, I'm like trying to play this game. Like, I'm trying to play Street Fighter 6. Obviously, as you can see, in a 1,000-man bracket,
Seems to be
playing.
succeeding.
He's playing.
Well, you know what? I think gone are the days of us pretending that there's some like delineation between Smash and fighting games. I think there are fundamental skills that are transferable. I look at it as like 2D fighters to 3D fighters to platform fighters. There's a core in there, and there is a specific, like, your sub-niche of like cores, mechanics, and like system interactions and the way that you approach constructing your neutral game that are unique to your presentation. But there's spacing, there's footsies, there's fundamentals, and you know what? This will not be the first Smash player that makes the jump across that line and sees success in a more traditional 2D fighter. I mean, we all saw Leffen go on the tear in Dragon Ball Fighters and then move on to see success in Guilty Gear.
Yup. And we've seen, you know, many players that play multiple games just in general. Like, I think if you have an idea of how to grind, if you have an idea how to practice, how to approach fighting games as a general factor, that's going to help carry you on anything that you play. Yes, the system mechanics are different. Everything else is different in terms of like when I'm playing matchups and stuff like that. Maybe like even how things run. They're called casuals out here, not friendlies. But if you have the idea of how to grind, if you have the idea of how to be a good player, the discipline, right? That'll get you in. All right, Zack Rob versus Riddles, and I think they're like, bro, no training stage. We've had enough of that. All right,
maybe that's what it is.
It's enough of that. Okay.
What I'm really impressed at is that someone got a GameCube converter to work for it.
Wait, he's on the GameCube?
No.
Oh, I'm going to say if he had a GameCube controller, no, bro.
That would be OD, right? But no, I went up and I set up. I'm like, yeah, Smash is just as legit. And then I go and throw a GameCube controller joke at him. Never know what to expect with me.
It's
Luke Mirror to this may well be our last match of the block too.
It may be.
Luke Mirror. Is it back to training stage?
Back to training stage, bro. Can y'all not?
That must have been the choice.
Oh, okay. All right, that's the way y'all want to play. It'll be exciting. Nice jump in, medium kick, gets a cross up off the backboard. Yo, Zack Rob, can't speak enough praise about this cat. He's been in some top 8 spots. He's been fantastic as a new face, and that's how you know he's a danger when he comes in with that government. Zack Rob came with the government. Oh no, this is big boy damage, bro.
Yo, if you come in with the government, you have to be confident because it makes it that much easier for people to look when you go to work and you're like, yeah, I enter a fighting game tournament. You don't want them to be able to Google your name and realize that you got wiggity washed on stream. Zack Rob manages to get the counter DI. takes the life lead now. Riddles on the back foot. Man, plus 8 frames from burnout and drive rush. That overhead was so plus. Great check on the drive rush, though, here from Riddles, now putting Zack on the back foot in burnout. Riddles is about to get his drive gauge back. Can completely be the aggressor.
Yeah, as you said, drive rush in super. Oh my God. You're dead. He saw the green stuff. Wasn't no part of that. Let me get orange. Zack Rob with the first W. With a super reaction, I like that.
Riddles goes for a jump in. Nothing really comes of it. We're seeing these trades of these medium strength buttons here. Okay, pressing the issue, extending just a little bit too far away to get the rising uppercut finisher. But I think Riddles is doing a good job of ensuring that they're trying to keep track of, oh, okay, we finished that out right into the fireball. I was going to say, I think they're doing a good job of trying to ensure that they are keeping the positional advantage as they move forward.
Impact gets a splat, call him trying to lead, gets a pickup too as well. Dang, it get at least a decent conversion off of that situation. Stan Pierce to the finisher. Zack Rob said, bro, I don't know. What? It's not over. Hold on. Don't do that. Because I've seen someone do that on stream already, and they got caught lacking in a slack, and that was their demise, popping off like that, my guy. Hold up.
Okay, double perfect, jump in, parries from Zack Rob, trying to keep this locked down, but a nice spacing trap from Riddles sets up the whip punish on the low forward.
Didn't have the full charge right there on the medium. Fortunate, backed up for the anti-air, rising upper as the choice.
Good, perfect parry on that fireball.
Yeah, so ready in the way right there. Trade. Riddles in the lead here in health and resources.
I don't like Riddles committing to that extra fireball there. He was getting ahead in the drive gauge setup and, you know, gave Zack just enough bar to be able to take away that. In fact, financed that OD rising upper.
You might have said finance. He gave him the money. He don't get it back, though. Riddles does have the lead. One good solid touch. Okay. The dash and throw will seal it. And you steal it. That's something Riddles has to think about later on, but, like, you know, right now I think his approach, these crouching mini he sneaks in every so often, has helped him win, you know, a lot of these sequences and these problematic points. Okay. Oh, nice catching the back Pierce.
That is kind of insane to be able to whiff punish suppressor. I remember that move being such a problem in Street Fighter V. Suddenly it feels approachable. Cashing out the level 3 here does Zack Rob. Yeah, you know what? Super important here. It's going to get through most of their burnout. Actually, not as much as I would have thought, but they are at 50% without having to play that in neutral. Overcommits to the low forward target combo, though.
He has a hit. Charge combo, both in, burnout. Zack Rob almost back online. Now he's fine.
Oh.
Back throw. Zack Rob on set point.
Yeah, I like that. So Riddles went in, that little dash into the walk back. The expectation was to set up a spacing trap with punish into the level 3 to finish off the round. But Zack was just ready with that back throw, that slight walk forward into the back throw. You were not out of range for the throw in the shimmy. Oh, we're not going to get a punish, though, because we traveled too far.
At that point, just go for the parry. That might just be the safest option, or just block it out. Parry, maybe a little bit better. Finds the cross up. It's Zack Rob's game right now. So this is one of those situations where it's time to walk back. One of you need to walk back, crouch Pierce or DP. Leaving the screen too often, and again, trying to walk back.
Right, plus frames finally going for the throw here. We've seen that they're both respecting Strong so much.
The pickup. Beast mode, baby. Zack Rob taking down Riddles too. No, it's not over though. It's not over. No, one more hit the dude. He said, "That me up, my guy." Zack taking it 2-0 over Riddles. We're moving on to bracket the top 24 tomorrow.
Happy about it. Peep the shirt. It says no pressure. Didn't feel any pressure in that set. Took that first game.
Wait, Luke, why would you,
straight to the camera.
Why would you feel pressure?
No one's ever felt pressure playing Luke.
I'm just kidding, Luke.
The only pressure is from the crowd.
Yeah. You know, honestly, Luke's a great character. He might be top 1, but, you know, he's one of those all-arounders that you have to be fundamentally sound with to be good with Luke. You know?
No, I agree. And I think I was talking to somebody else in the crowd where they were like, yeah, you know, I'm playing this character right now, but after this tournament, I want to learn Luke because I feel like they were like, I probably want to play one of the DLC characters later, but I feel like he's going to help me learn the system mechanics because I did okay this weekend.
Yeah.
But I was playing Street Fighter. I wasn't playing Street Fighter 6.
Are you talking to like JP players? Because they're playing Street Fighter 7.
No, I don't even remember who they said they were playing. But just point being, if you've played games for long enough, particularly in one series, you sort of understand the nuance of that, right? Where like there's fundamentals that carry through across the genre, and then across your series, and then there's stuff that is more unique to your specific title. We have a lot of legacy skill in Street Fighter that we can carry into 6. But 6, as a system on its own, is asking so much of us specifically that we're only scratching the surface at. And I gotta tell you, watching what people are unearthing in the ways that this game is looking like it's gonna develop, I am so excited for the future of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it too, and I'm also excited to not react to Drive Impact. So if you ever see me online, that's all you're gonna do to defeat me. Now, we're gonna take a short break. We'll move on to Def Jam Top 6. People, don't go nowhere.